how to best use generative AI in cybersecurity and analytics, anomalies from endpoint security.
Yeah, I think this question is really a good segue from Dennis's previous conversation, because the answer is a bit similar in that you have to realize that traditional AI, machine learning, let's say machine learning, has already been used in cybersecurity and is being used already. So there's the discriminatory AI, which we're going to use to separate things, classify things. But where generative AI really comes into play, and where the real power of, let's call this the new generation of generative AI to be redundant, but so this new generation of tooling for AI is its analytics capabilities, right? And so if you're already using machine learning for classification and discrimination of different data identification, then the generative AI using let's specify large language models, because that's the specific piece of generative AI that has real power potential in cybersecurity, which is being able to use its contextual knowledge. Now, let me preface all of this by saying, just like what Dennis already mentioned earlier, is that, you don't want your sensitive data being pushed out there into the APIs and all of that, but there are ways, to privatize that data. But using just kind of the contextual prowess of the large language models to supercharge the analytics capabilities of the AI is really where a lot of that power comes in. If I call it sock in a box in a lot of ways, because AI and large language models has a much larger, call it knowledge base or database of context, and can analyze that information much faster than a human with eyes on glass can. So basically using generative AI or large language models, analytics capabilities, and its vast knowledge base of contextual data. And again, you got to make sure that data is quality and it's accurate and factual, but it has less to do with content creation. It has more to do with its general knowledge. Those large language models carry a really large capacity for cybersecurity knowledge, general cybersecurity knowledge, and being able to correlate that information with anomalies, with contextual events that are happening. So those two things combined, let's call it an augmentation. You're using large language models to augment your SOC and your security staff's ability to analyze data very quickly, I think gives you a bit of an edge in kind of the cybersecurity the battle. Is one use. There's a lot more unit, but that's the primary use case, I would say.
Got you. Does that interview also cover the question from Ray Warden, wherein he wants to know how will we solve the hallucination problem of LLMs? We spoke a lot about data and in training and all of that. Do you think how are you gonna?
Yeah, I think that, just to piggyback on what Dennis said again, because he was covering this. First of all, in order to solve that hallucination problem, you have to make sure that you have quality, factual, relevant data. But from what the research that I've done so far and my limited knowledge compared to people like Dennis is that, and I just keep using you, Dennis, because you were just the one talking about it. And, you've got you've been doing this since the 60s and you have patents. So I pale in comparison to you. But at the end of the day, it's about the hallucination problem will really be solved by the token limit size and the contextual memory. And so the reason why LLMs hallucinate is a combination of inaccurate data in the data sets, but also compounded by the fact that there's such limited token windows. And so whenever the token window is a context window, right? You only have this much that you're dealing with. And as soon as the context is way up here outside of that token memory, it doesn't have access to that anymore. So as our token limits and our contextual windows of memory expand, then that's going to fix its ability to hallucinate. The further back into context, into its data set it can reach, or further back into that contextual session that it can reach into, the less hallucination you're going to have. But it's going to take computational power, it's going to take resources, and new methods and algorithms of vectorizing that data and being able to utilize that data.
I'm sure more on this in tomorrow's tech session, where you will walk us through the LLM security workshop in PCD. We'll talk more about it. Thank you so much. Maria,
Foreshadowing.
I've got one. Yeah, thank you, Claire. I've got one for you there, Maria, from Kimberly. And the question is, generative AI has obviously huge potentials and will disrupt job markets and industries. What professions do you think is most at risk in the next decade or so?
Oh, I like this question. I like this question. It's a bit provocative. So let me give you a provocative answer. Everyone thinks, and according to some stats, everyone expects that, by the way, latest statistics from US, 75% of people believe that Gen AI and AI will increase unemployment, and 50%, 50, every second person believes that AI will steal their job, which is kind of horrid. So which jobs will be stolen first? Like everyone assumes that the lowest level. I mean, like people who are juniors, people who don't have any experience in business. Actually, it makes no sense. Why? If you think like a company, think who would you like to, where would you like to save your money most, right? In the positions that are, first of all, highly repeatable, and the second element that require a lot of money from you because there will be higher savings there, right? So either you go with a large number of people with like low income, right, and then you generate the whole pipeline, or you go for higher level positions that require a lot of money to be paid. And this is how we started automate our own job of data scientists. So low code and no code and all the platforms started becoming so popular because data scientists to hire a data scientist, this is like crazy money right now. So not necessarily we will be automating the jobs that are super easy. We will be automating the points where it makes sense from the business standpoint. So look at your company, first of all, repeatable, and you can find a process there. For example, project managers or managers of repeatable processes, production lines, all the procurement stuff, like highly repeatable elements, but still you pay a lot of money. So it's worth investing money because this is what Dennis said, right? We need to invest money in the retraining and application, so on and so forth. So you need to put money. It's like an investment. You just, when we implement ROI, when we implement AI at companies, the first thing we count is ROI, right? The first thing. It's not AI, whether it's like super powerful, whether it will bring you money or not. If it does not bring you money, you don't automate. You just leave it with people. So I would say just look from this point of view at, let me say, losing the jobs. However, for me, the most important thing is what to do not to lose the job. Is first of all to empower yourself with AI, because people who know AI, they will not be fired, at least not in the next 5 to 7 years, because they will be necessary for the transformation that we are talking about, right? So the easiest thing and the safest job in the world right now is to go to the, let me say, to the eye of this hurricane where it's peaceful. So be in this wonderful place called AI. Like AI for data scientists, AI for managers, AI for experts, data processors, people, data clerks, wherever there's AI there or data, just go there. Seriously, if you are a project manager with 10 years of experience, add AI to that. If you are a developer, learn Python and become a Python developer for AI. If you don't know how to code but still want to process something, become a prompt engineer. Seriously, it will change, it will shift in the years. We don't know what will happen, and we don't know what position will be there on the market in 5 years. But I can assure you that people that will grasp this AI and understand the power, whether it's in security or in general AI, enterprise AI, or managerial AI, whatever aspect it is, just go there, learn. Pact is one of the best sources I know, and just become AI empowered person. You will think that maybe in two months you will know nothing and no one will hire you, maybe. But on the other hand, like every month you will become an expert. Right now we are hiring prompt engineers with 9 months of experience, and we consider them experienced. So come on, guys, this is the fastest And in my opinion, the most profitable career like there exists right now.